today we're working with Patrick Scoggins on his wedge game. What I'd like to say to you about your wedges is the wedges, from a wedge, how far do you hit a pitching wedge?
120, 130.
There you go, which is good distance, and you know that club goes a certain, it's designed for a certain distance under, you know, flat and no wind and so forth and so on. But I really think some of the best wedge players in the world tend to flight their wedges down. They don't get it up where the wind messes with it. And also a wedge and short game stuff that we're going to do today. We're also going to work on some stuff around the green that are pitches that will help you score better. And a lot of the starting of learning how to play golf, and you're not a beginner. You've been playing golf for how long?
45 years.
Oh yeah, a long time. So you've been playing golf. You're not a beginner, and you're really athletic. Your swing is real athletic, but your wedge swing mimics your full swing. And the full swing is this. A full swing, the sequence of the full swing is, you know, we worked real hard on your posture, your grip, your alignment. And so, you know, never will I get away from that. We're going to always, if something's out of sync, go back to those things. Those are basic fundamentals that are critical. So when you're in your posture, and this club I have is a 6-iron, doesn't matter what club, the sequence of the swing is a takeaway, a hinging of the club up and around. Your chest is turning all the while, your shoulders are turning, not tilting. We're going to work on that and some drills today to really make sure that you're making that move. But a wedge is different. A wedge is different in the fact that is similar in the fact that it is a sequential movement, but it is a specialty shot. Probably the most important thing I'm going to say to you today is this. I really want you to feel as if you're not really loading your bottom half. Now in a full swing, this right hip is really important. That's a power source. You know, when you're here, that right hip's loaded like Mike Tyson's getting ready to knock you out, or Tom Brady's getting ready to deliver a really deep out, or a pitcher in baseball. That's why pitchers and quarterbacks are such good golfers. That's a natural throwing motion. So, but in this wedge, Tom Brady's just dumping it off. It's not the same as a deep out or a 50-yard pass. So what we really want you to focus on today is that when you take the club back, you take it back really wide. This part of your body is really still. Now, this part of your body on the way back is really involved. It's really turning, right? It's still turning. But this, I don't need to Mike Tyson. I don't need to load up into 100 yards. And the quality of the strike is more important than anything else with the wedges or every shot, but really around the green. When I see good players, the pros, I saw Tiger Woods hit 7 greens one day at Quail Hollow. He shot 67. He never missed a pitch, chipped it in twice, made an eagle, a few birdies, but he only hit 7 greens. He shot 67. Good players find a way to score. This is a scoring club. So, no movement down here to speak of. Now, when you turn, your hips are going to go somewhat with it, but it's not a long swing. You know, if you're hitting a 50-yard shot, it may be 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock. If you're hitting a 70-yard shot, it may be, and when I say that, it's how far your hands are clock. 9 o'clock's here, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And if you told Dustin Johnson that, he'd say, what the heck are you talking about? I just take it back a little further. But he does not take it way over here. You know, he's really, really working on a good solid strike. So today we're going to work on quieting this down on the way back. Really a shorter backswing, but really accelerating through, shallowing the club and that sort of thing. So, and I've got 2 or 3 drills that we'll work on as we go. When you hit a wedge properly, is that what I feel like is that the club is definitely not here. So I really have to be in really good sequence, and I really feel like the club enters the ground, not steep, but way back here. And I want to hear that sound. Okay, here's the drill we're gonna do. First of all, we're gonna come over here and practice that shallow. Okay, so when I get the shallow feeling, again, I'm feeling that the club, actually when I rehearse, my waggle looks like this. If you can see that, it looks like a figure 8 almost. But what I'm trying to feel is that club, instead of being steep, being shallow with this little pitch. This is a 20-yard shot. So I'm really trying to come in really shallow. Now, there's no divot, none, zero. If you look at this. Now, what did you hear? A swish, right? A sweeping. When you see a good player, what they do is they will always rehearse this, that sound.
Yep.
You see them on TV do that, right?
Show him speed.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He does that a lot.
So really my only thought is this. It's 9 o'clock swing, not a very long swing, but I'm really coming. Now listen, let me tell you something. I don't know whether you heard that. That was not a great strike. It was an okay strike. But I'm still putting for par. That is why. If I had used that part, I'd have hit a chunker. Have you ever hit a shot where you just, boom, just went right in front of you? That's because of that part. See, when you use that bounce, it's really a lot smoother sound. This drill is a Zach Johnson drill. He's the best wedge player in the world. He's not the best player in the world, but he won the Masters, British Open. Because his wedges are crazy good. And he does this drill. And he's got 9 balls, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And he's trying to go between the grids that you see. Grid 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's see if we can go between grid 1 and 2. And by the way, this is not easy. This is a hard work. And if you get good at this, that was really bad. What do you think I did wrong? I stood straight up out of my posture. I really extended there, like this, watch. That's a death move from the wedge. You got to hit a golf shot here. The reason I did that is I want you to see, first of all, I do it sometimes, don't get me wrong, but when you stand up and out of wedges, you're not going to hit a good wedge. You got to hit a golf shot. You got to stay in your posture and your line. Let's try to see if we can do it better. This is between 1 and 2. I'm really trying to be shallow. That's a win. Let's go between 2 and 3.